what we did there, that was not Fordham, that was not their team. We've all had those moments, those nights where you're just not yourself. They were not themselves. I thought they were playing very well leading up to our game. They had some close games with St. Joe's and Davidson, others really competed hard. We caught them on the right night for us and the wrong night for them in Rose Hill. And, maybe that lingered a little bit in the Rhode Island game on the road, but then they came out, guns blazing yesterday and, tried to make sure the guys knew, hey, this is not going to be the same type of game as it was last week. And I thought our guys did a really good job of, kind of maturity-wise, what we've done all year, being able to respond to that. And crazy free throw block out that gives them the lead, and some foul trouble, and we were like, could go the other way. And Trey Autry bails us out. We've shredded zones all year, and we couldn't score against the zone. And we call timeout. We draw some stuff up. Maybe it was more open than others, but he made 3 big ones for us to put us in position to win the game. And that's what you need in conference tournament play. There's those games like this forever where, like, whatever you've done really well all year, all of a sudden you can't do it in the conference tournament. Whatever the other team has not done great, all of a sudden they're doing it. And so that was the case, and you need great players to sort of bail you out. And obviously Rafael's foul trouble the first half hurt us, and he played a ton of minutes and helped us win the game in the second half. So great team effort from us, and excited to move on. First time in I think quite some time actually to get in the quarters for GW. So it's a year of firsts. We've done a lot that hasn't been done in a while. Here's another one.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now take questions for the student athletes. We'll get you the mic. Please say your name, affiliation, and who the question is directed to. We'll start with Patrick in the front.
Trey, Patrick Stevens with Washington Post. What were you kind of seeing in those opportunities there in the last 2 minutes, and was it just simply a matter of continuing what you had been doing for much of the game already?
Yeah, obviously, like Coach says, it was a team effort, and down the stretch, they drew up some great plays. I just happened to be open, and I have all the confidence in the world because all my teammates, have all the confidence in the world in me. If you watch the game, I missed some pretty open ones, but after every single shot, they're encouraging me to keep shooting and keep firing. So when you got the people behind you telling you that, there's not much you can really say. I threw a few in, all glory to God, and we came out with a good win.
Second row.
Leo Mercury, Department of Hoops. Either of you guys, can you just talk about the crowd, the fact that games played just a few blocks from GW's campus, maybe how that helped you guys tonight, and just what this experience has been like playing in a conference tournament, 3 metro stops away from campus?
Oh yeah, me being here for 2 years, it was great to see, a great crowd. It was probably a better crowd than some of the Smith games. But they were behind us. We went down with about 2 minutes left, and they were right there to pick us back up. Along with everybody who came in and contributed. So it was great to have the tournament in DC. Great to have all of our loved ones. We got a lot of DMV natives around, so they're bringing their family, they're bringing their friends, and just people around here. Like Coach has said, this is a year first. So us having the good team that we had, I'm sure a lot of other people wanted to come out. So it was great to have a great crowd, and they definitely gave us a 6-man today for sure.
We'll go third row on the right.
Ryan J. Hill, GW Hatchet. Coach Caputo, when Fordham went on that 10-0 run,
What questions for the student athletes?
Oh, my dad. All right, then come back to me.
Sorry, I got one. Ben Spitalny, GW Hatchet. This is for Rafael. A10 second team. Was there any extra motivation today for not? I see Trey. Any extra motivation today for not making the first team? Something wanting to prove yourself maybe a little bit more.
I'll say no, not really. I get up for every game, no matter what, and I'm trying not to focus too much on the voting polls and stuff like that. But I get up for every game.
We'll go second row in the middle on the left.
Scott Green, WRGW Radio. Rafael, really one of the true games today where you had really a lot of foul trouble since the beginning. What was the message in the huddle, just battling that foul trouble and still being impactful in those last few seconds there?
Yeah, I say those are the moments where you trust your teammates the most. And my guys pick me up. It's a family. At the end of the day, it's not one-on-one, it's 5-on-5, and I know they're going to pick me up every time.
Go Alex in the front.
Thank you. Alex Flynn with DC News Now. For Trey, you hit those last 3, the 1, the 2nd, the 3rd. you're interacting a lot with the fans, looking towards them, making a lot of hand motions. What's that moment like for you, knowing what you're delivering to this program and this fan base to experience that?
Nah, yeah, for sure. If you know me, very into the game, so it's probably not a surprise to a lot of people. But it's a childhood dream. Just being on the big stage, bright lights. Being able to knock a few shots down. Being able to enjoy a great moment with my teammates. Last year we went home on a heartbreaker the last few seconds. So just being able to be in an event like this, an environment like this, where you got the crowd, you got your teammates, and it's not like an easy game. You're fighting for it, so it really means a lot. Kind of just lit me up like a candle for.
Third row in the middle, right here.
Hi, Sid Heights, GW Hatchet. You have a quick turnaround into the next game against George Mason, ended close during the season. Can you talk a little bit about the next steps and the thought process going into that game?
Well, earlier in the year, we went to the Virgin Islands, so we're kind of used to these quick turnarounds, and for about 8 weeks, I would say, we were going Wednesday, Saturday. Just continuing to play, catching flights and everything. So we got a great recovery team. Luckily, we had a game that wasn't too late, so we still got some time to, get off our feet, eat, and rest. But just keeping that same mentality, keeping that same edge, that same fight. Kind of like Slim said or Rafael said, we get up for every game. So just getting that rest, putting it all in tank, and then getting ready for it tomorrow.
First row in the middle here.
Rafael, this is David Korn from A10 Talks. Third time facing George Mason this year, tomorrow, 5 p.m. Any sort of extra motivation going against them? I know you've had 2 tough losses towards them. What are your first reactions to having to face them again?
My first reaction is just learning from the first 2 losses and kind of just building off that, staying disciplined and what we believe in and staying true to our principles, and hopefully we get the 3rd win.
Go to Patrick in the front.
Rafael, wanted to ask about when you see Trey get rolling like that, and he'd already done it a little bit earlier in the game. Kind of, what's that like for you guys? Because he's had a few of those. I think about the VCU game. What's it like when he is able to really get on a roll like that?
It's amazing. It's almost like I'm out there shooting it for him, but it feels great.
You tried.
Actually, I did shoot it. I saw it today. But yeah, it just feels great. As a crasher, I try to do my job in offensive rebounding. But once I seen the first 2 go up, that 3rd one, I didn't even look. I just jawed back. So I knew I was good.
We'll take one more for the student athletes in the back row.
John Titel from Hoops HD for Trey. You've been a great 3-point shooter all year, and we're career high 3-point shooter tonight. But you only made 3 of 13 against Mason this year. I was curious, was it just a couple of cold shooting nights, or did they do something very tough?
The rims. Yeah, the rims are messed up, so I don't got anything else on that. They are a great defensive team, though, I will say, but I think the rims are messed up.
Thank you, guys. You're both good to go. We'll see you tomorrow.